morning, afternoon people. So back in the kitchen with Tony and Teddy. It's Halloween today, so I'm going to do Halloween based chicken and leek pie. It's going to show you that everything at Halloween doesn't just have to be about pumpkins. So for this recipe, I've got a chicken. I won't be using the whole chicken. A couple of vegetable stock cubes, some pastry. That pastry is homemade. I made it and froze it. I'm not going to make pastry on the video today. If you want to see how the pastry is made, if you hit subscribe, go to the cooking and baking library. There's a lot of pie videos there where I make pastry by hand and using a stand mixer, and then freeze it for later use. And we need a couple of leeks. So let's go over to the kitchen garden and get ourselves a couple of leeks. Oh, here I am. So the good thing with leeks is you can just leave them in all winter. You can overwinter them, no problem, and just come and pick them as and when you need them. We're going to grow more of these next season, so if you want to see that, hit subscribe. The only down with leeks is once that ground's frozen, they can be hard to get out, but the ground's fine at the moment. A couple of leeks will do. Get back to the kitchen. So there we are, I've got a couple of leeks, given them a good wash, so let's get into the recipe. So the first thing I want to do then is prepare the chicken. I'm going to use a combination of chicken thigh and chicken breast. So if you're a vegetarian, look away now, and I guess you wouldn't be watching a chicken leek pie video, would you? Now you can use just breast or just thigh for this recipe. I'm using a combination because the thigh meat, I think, is tastier. It's got a bit more fat on it. It also has a bit of fat into this recipe. Also, you can leave the skin on or take the skin off. I will be leaving the skin on for this recipe because I think it just adds to the flavour. So I dice the chicken up to roughly this kind of size. Obviously, always make sure you wash your hands after handling raw chicken. Now, I got this new knife off Amazon, a really nice chef's knife. I'll put a link in the description to that. It's fairly reasonable priced, and so was the chopping board. So what we're going to do with the leeks is we're not going to use the top, much of the top. You can use this, but it's a bit tougher. But that won't go to waste, that'll go in the compost. That's in the compost, it'll help us grow more leeks next year. And then we're just going to dice the leek up. So I've got a pan there, on a high heat. There's a drop of cooking oil, and into that we're just going to fire our chicken and our leek. What we're doing is we're going to cook that until we're happy the chicken is cooked through. It's not ready yet. And what I've done is I made up about 200ml of chicken stock with those 2 stock cubes while this was cooking off. We're going to add that in before the cooking's finished. Because what we want to do is we want some of this liquid to evaporate off to leave us with a thicker sauce. We will also add a spoonful of flour just to thicken it up. Okay, so that's been cooking off now for another 5 minutes. What we're going to do now, you can use plain flour, bread flour or corn flour. So add a spoonful of flour into that. And that's going to just thicken that sauce right up. We don't want really runny sauce in our pie filling. You can see that's instantly thickened up that sauce. Once your filling is done, you can put that off to one side, leave that to cool, and we're going to move on to making the pie casing. Give your pie tin a good greasing with a bit of butter, a little bit of oil. Now take our pastry, can divide it into A large bit and a smaller bit. The large bit is going to be the base of the pie, the small bit will be the lid. Now this pastry can be quite sticky, so just flour your work surface, also flour the pastry. Otherwise what will happen is it will stick to the rolling pin. And what I like to do is roll it out oversized. Right, so there's our pastry, oversized. What we're going to do now is make the base of our pie casing. So just pop that in, carefully push it down into the corners of your greased pie tin. Then what we do is take our knife and just trim it down. And there's that pie casing. This extra pastry we've got left, we'll add that to the other pastry, and then we'll go ahead and make our lid. We're going to do our lid in the same way. We're going to do it oversized. Okay, so that's our lid done. So what we're going to do now, just add the pie filling into your pie casing. Distribute it nice and evenly. Now I made up some egg wash here. What we're going to do, a bit of egg wash around the outside edge. Then on with the lid. Again, we're going to take a knife and we're just going to trim that down. And then all we're going to do is just crimp around the edges with finger and thumb just to seal it together. Pop a hole in the middle, just let the gases out when it's cooking. And what we're going to do now is we're going to decorate this for Halloween. So egg wash over the whole top of the pie. Egg wash can help our decoration stick. So decorate any way you want. We'll do a couple of eyes, a nose, and some nice teeth. Bit of egg wash over the top of your decoration. There we are, a Halloween based chicken leek pie. It's now ready to pop in the oven. We'll put it in the oven now at 180 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes until it's golden brown. When it's golden brown, it's done. Okay, and it's ready. Maybe it would come out better if these have been a slightly different colour or something. But you can still see absolutely lovely Halloween based chicken and leek pie. Leave that to cool for a minute and then we'll cut into it. There we are, beautiful. Serve that now with chips. So if you enjoyed that video, want to see more cooking videos, give us a big thumbs up, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, happy Halloween, have a good day.